The standard workflow for selling to open put options in the Poptions platform assumes that all put options will be sold at the same time. However, some traders like to sell a few contracts on day one, and then add to their position over a few days. There are a couple of workarounds that will allow you to record a trade that has been set up in this manner. Firstly, you need to decide how many contracts you want to sell in total. In this example, I have found a potential trade in the Poptions scanner, and I have decided that I eventually want to sell a total of 10 contracts. I will click Save to move the trade into the Trades Waiting to be Filled by Broker tab. Let's say, on day 1, I sell 4 contracts at $1.25 with broker's fees of $1.20. A day or so later I sell 3 contracts for $1.30 with fees of $1.10. And the next day I try to sell another 3 contracts at $1.28, but only get filled on 2 contracts. I pay a further $1 in brokerage fees. I decide that I am happy to accept 9 contracts being filled instead of the 10 that I originally expected. I record all of these transactions outside of Poptions, either in my broker's account or manually in a notebook or spreadsheet. I can now modify the quantity of contracts from 10 to 9. The sell price will be the average of the 3 separate orders, which equals $1.27. The fees will be the total charged for all 3 transactions, which equals $3.30. I can now record this trade and continue to move through the Poptions workflow just like any other trade. You can use the trade notepad to record the entry details. I will now describe a different workaround that will enable you to record the sell to open trades as they happen. This time, we will move the proposed trade into the Current Trades and Positions tab as soon as the first order is filled. I will record the fill price and fees for the 4 contracts, but I will leave the quantity of contracts as 10. I will add a note to the notepad. A couple of days later, when the next sell order is filled, I can add another note to the notepad, then edit the trade. I will leave the quantity of contracts set to 10 at this stage, but I will update the sell price to reflect the current average of $1.27. And next, update the fees to $2.30, then click Update. The following day, when my final order gets filled, I will again add a note to the notepad. And once again, edit the trade. This time I will change the quantity of contracts to 9, because I know that this is the final quantity. The sell price remains at $1.27 because there was only a fraction of a cent difference to the average value. The fees now become $3.30. Click Update. The opening action in the trade workflow now shows the correct summary of the opening position. There is slightly more data entry involved with the second workaround. You are free to choose whichever method suits you best.